Hey y'all, this your girl Amber, back about to do a reading for my Aquariuses. So be mindful that these are all general messages, so take what resonates, leave what don't. If you are aware of where Aquarius falls in your birth chart, it can resonate with your sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign, your first, fifth, seventh, or eighth house. So Aquarius, what message I have for y'all today? Aquarius. 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 Okay, so Aquarius, I feel like y'all are in the energy whereas right now y'all are spending time with family and friends, people that y'all are close to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are being more vocal, expressing yourselves more in regards to what you want and desire in life. And not to mention while you're doing all that, you are also learning how to balance out like all the like necessary responsibilities and priorities that you have. So it's like right now, it's like you're balancing out and prioritizing and making sure everybody's straight. That if you do have like more than one responsibility or you have kids or anything of that nature, it's like you basically is like you putting your priorities and responsibilities and getting them handled and done at the same time of you still being able to, you know, enjoy yourself, be more expressive and vocal, especially about in regards to what you want and need and desire. And also, I feel like maybe at one point in time, when it came to how people is like, at one point in time, it's like maybe you didn't have the patience for certain people, places, or things, or just situations in general. And it's like maybe that's one of the reasons why you became more expressive and vocal about like your standards, what you want, your needs, and your desires. Maybe because of the simple fact like those people, it's like the people that you were involved yourself with or just around, it's like the more that you trying to have patience and understanding for them, it's like it helps you become more expressive in a certain way. Just because in fact, maybe these people was, it's like they were taking your kindness for weakness type shit. You know what I'm saying? Taking advantage or taking your patience and understanding for granted that you possibly may have had for them. But it's like now, it's like you basically start standing in your power and you became more expressive, more vocal on how you want things to move forward. But at the same time, you still making sure everything and everybody around you, if you have, like I said, them priorities, responsibilities, you make sure everybody's still straight. In the midst of you still living your best life. And this as you should do, Aquarius, period. Like maybe you feel like once you cut certain people, places, or things off, or just remove yourself from certain energies, like a burden had been lifted off your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boom, 9 of Cups came up around. Yeah, so you may have possibly closed out certain cycles or just certain relationships with certain people, places, and things that you knew for a fact that wasn't good for you or your mental health or just in general wasn't good for you. And like that's what is like when you close out those cycles and those relationships with those people, that's when you gain a clarity on like how you want to move forward or just start over in general, especially if it's in regards to who you want in your energy and who you want to be around you, or who you just want to basically just surround yourself with that has more of a positive impact versus a very negative one. Aquarius. Yeah, because like maybe, like I said, maybe when you were involving yourself with these people or just being in this environment or the community that you was in dealing, you know what I'm saying? you wasn't getting anything done, you wasn't getting anything accomplished. It was always more so about them and their needs, and it was like you was always putting yourself on the back burner, or just, you know what I'm saying, getting the short end of the stick. But it's like I said, it's like once you close out those cycles with those people, places, or just in the environment, that's when you became more expressive and vocal about how you wanted to move forward. And like I said, maybe you didn't have a voice when it came to whoever you was dealing with, but maybe the lesson was, for those past people that you were dealing with, was like they probably was here to teach you a lesson on to become more vocal and more expressive on how you want things to be, or just in general, if it was in regards to like any type of relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic. It's like those past people basically taught you a lesson on how to be more expressive, more vocal in regards to your requirements or your standards that you have with certain people, that you know what I'm saying. So it's like, it was a good thing that you close out these cycles with those people, or just, set your boundaries with them, just because the simple fact is like they were the ones. It's like you had to basically put your foot down towards them and stand up for yourself in the midst. Aquarius. Aquarius. Yeah, like I said, and it's like once you had closed out this cycle, or just remove yourself from whatever situation that you was in or environment, it's like your financial abundance, you have gained more financial stability and security. So right now you probably are being very financially stable right now, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not really having any money issues, because it's something that it's like once you close out those relationships with those people who don't really serve your highest good, that's when the money started coming in more abundantly for you know what I'm saying? And like I said, the Pentacles came up in reverse, meaning that these people will basically a blockage for your blessing, especially if it was in regards to any type of financial gain or security. And like that's another reason why you probably knew deep down like you had to remove yourself from these situations or this environment, just because of the simple fact these people was affecting you so bad, like mentally or whatever, that it was also fucking up your money coming in too. It's like your focus was so focused on them, you know what I'm saying, make sure they straight, they okay, or you know what I'm saying. And it's like like I said, you put yourself on the back burner, whereas you started having like setback and like minor setbacks or anything like that in that nature. So it's good that y'all putting yourself first now. Yeah, like I said, 9 swords. Yeah, so it's like slowly but sure, even though it took you a while to close out these cycles or push your foot down when it came to these people, it was a reason why, because it's in fact you was being taught, one, in regards to your self-worth, and not to mention how to communicate effectively, whereas you communicate your wants and needs. And sometimes, unfortunately, when we communicate our wants and needs and certain requirements and standards that we have for ourselves, unfortunately, people don't never understand where you're coming from, or unfortunately, they don't try to. They just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the reason why you decided to just remove yourself altogether from these people, places, thing, or this situation, and start putting yourself first more. Just because, in fact, nothing, like when it came to these dynamics, it's like they were basically a blockage. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's like once you cut these people off, I'm pretty sure you have been more focused on your money and more of a financial gain. You probably have had a financial gain within this month. You know what I'm saying? Just because, in fact, you put yourself first. And on top of that, you are enjoying yourself more, whereas you are being more out. You're spending more time with family and friends. And everybody else that, they used to have you always feeling drained and depleted and stressed out, you left those people behind. You cut off those people. So it's good that y'all putting yourself first, Aquarius. Keep doing it. There it is. Yeah, and it's like, even though you have cut off, those past people, energies, and situations that don't serve your highest good, you are still slowly but surely in the process of still putting yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily like just jump into a relationship or anything like exclusively committed or whatever, but you are mingling, you are communicating with other individuals, you basically building up new relationships with other people, not just like romantic, but like it can be platonic or business wise, just because of the fact of all those past people that you had those dealing with, that you were fully aware that you had to close out those cycles with. It's like there was a reason why behind it, so you can bring in new people, new opportunities that are more for your better good and for your higher self. Especially if you plan on like wanting to have like a secure future with, like if it is like a romantic type relationship, it's like you basically cut off that relationship or just that environment or situation just because of the fact you know for a fact deep down that you can't have that future, that end all be all with these individuals or with this person in general, especially like if it's involved kids, you know what I'm saying, or a family dynamic. It's like you knew what you had to do. So it's like once you start speaking up for yourself, being more expressive on what your wants and needs, like I said, that's when everything starts turning around for you. Like I said, you have gained a financial abundance. Then on top of that, you're being more expressive. You're going out more. You're spending more time with family and friends. People who going to genuinely be there for you and support you. So it's good, like I said, that you close out those cycles with those people, or close out those past relationships or dealings with those people. Because just because of some fact, when you did that, you had started gaining more abundance for yourself. One more card, Aquarius. Yes, Seven of Pentacles, all right. Yeah, so like I said, you've been basically focusing on yourself, doing you, living your best life. You might have a little boo thing, you know what I'm saying? You being happy with him or her. It's just basically right now at this time, your focus is only on you. Y'all putting yourselves first. And that's the best part about it, because of the simple fact, if you are very in tune or very observant, like if you realize when you remove certain people out your energy or out your life, things become 10 times better. If it's like a burden has been lifted off your shoulders, you don't have to keep doing all this stressing and worrying and being depressed about what's going to happen next, you know what I'm saying? It's good that y'all putting yourself first. So, Aquarius, keep it going. I ain't mad at y'all, because boy, anytime that y'all gotta put yourself right before you put y'all selves before anybody. Before anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because in fact, if the shoe's on the other foot, they're gonna put themselves before you. So ain't nothing wrong with you putting yourselves before whoever who feel as though they need to be put before your ass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is y'all reading. Aquarius, keep doing y'all, keeping yourself first, Gemini. Y'all up next.